Hi, this is Jack Stanley, and I wanted to talk just for a few moments on November the 22nd. Of course, anyone of a certain age will remember this date and remember where they were, what they were doing, what they were thinking, what they were involved in. And it's fascinating to read many people's have been reading their comments on where they were at the time. Of course, John F. Kennedy was assassinated on that day in Dallas. It's interesting to note, John F. Kennedy used to talk about the fact that everybody knew where they were when they heard about the death of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Of course, John F. Kennedy's death had a profound impact in so many different ways. First off, if you think the idea of television news. Shortly before Kennedy's assassination, news programs were 15 minutes. And then in 1963, I believe, they went to 30 minutes, which was considered an extremely long time for just telling news. And so it was the beginning of the modern news cycle. Of course, when John F. Kennedy was assassinated, and I was a witness to what was going on at the time, I sat there in front of the television, and it was non-stop news for days. It was the first time television news had covered an entire event all day, several days. And there was nothing quite like it. I mean, when you think about it, the assassination of a president was a terrible, frightening event, because for several reasons also is the fact that we didn't know what the hell was going on. Nobody knew if there was some kind of plot or if there was some kind of Russian situation. We had just gone through the Cuban Missile Crisis the year earlier. And nobody quite knew what was going on, and everybody was terrified, and everybody had different answers and ideas. And of course, there were so many questions and so many different theories that today, when we talk about the assassination, it's an impossibility to come up with a rational, detailed, and convincing argument exactly what happened. Everybody has an idea, everybody has a question, everybody has thoughts. And it was due to the fact of many people tampering with things to protect, in many cases, the president or important information or certain persons, etc. And by doing all of this, it added to what we call the Kennedy conspiracy. I will tell you that we'll never know the full story. The information's too polluted now, and it will remain, as long as we talk about it, a mystery. But I'm remembering this on November the 22nd, 2020, which in itself is a terrible year. But 57 years ago, this nation, the world, was rocked by a heinous crime that totally changed the very look